Graphene products remain a trend throughout the car care industry, and the American manufacturer Adams has created an entire product line centered around graphene products. Among other things, there is also the plastic care product VRT, which stands for vinyl, rubber, and trim. It is a plastic care product that is also supposed to be usable on tires. Now, Adams also has the, how should I put it, the regular VRT in their range, and that's why I thought we should simply compare these two products directly with each other and see if the addition of graphene has improved anything. So, let's start by looking at what this is, what is being promised here, what it costs, and so on, and then we will apply it directly to the car. Let's begin by examining the products and what this is supposed to be or what is being promised. Both bottles have VRT on them, and it already states here that it stands for vinyl, rubber, and trim. That means this is a product that you can use on vinyl, which refers to plastic surfaces, but also on rubber and tire surfaces. Therefore, they are very versatile products. The difference is that this is the classic formulation and this is the graphene formulation. I could read to you and translate what is written here, but it always comes down to the same thing. It is meant to refresh these surfaces, protect them from UV light, and finish dry to the touch, meaning it should not leave greasy surfaces. And that is the most important thing stated here. What will probably be most exciting for most of you is the price. Adams is a bit difficult to obtain in our regions. You mainly have to look for it in America. The regular VRT is priced at $20, while the Graphene VRT is priced at $25. I have also found both products in Swiss shops. The WRT is priced at 23 Swiss francs, and the Graphene VRT is priced at 34 Swiss francs. The price difference is not that significant. Unfortunately, I have not found both products in a German shop. So now we know everything there is to know, and we can start the test. As you can see, I have prepared, cleaned, and taped off the area. Now, a very important note. This is a relatively new, well-maintained plastic that is not faded. This is a situation that is realistic. Many of you also want to protect the plastic on your car from fading and not wait until it has faded before applying a plastic care product. But that means we won't see such dramatic rejuvenation effects from the start on less faded plastic, as one often unfortunately sees in promotional videos for such products. I have both products here. We have already talked about the product promises. I will also refrain from reading and translating everything that is written on them. Both are supposed to protect talc and refresh the plastic, and the Graphene VRT is said to have a green apple scent. Unfortunately, I still can't smell anything. I have an impairment of my sense of smell, so I can't tell you if that's true. The application is also identical for both. You should distribute it with an applicator, let it air dry, wipe with a cloth if necessary, and then you're done. Absolutely easy and simple. We start with the regular VRT, which has a relatively thick consistency, which I like because you can see that it doesn't drip down. And then we start to work this into the plastic and just distribute it. What I noticed when comparing VRT with Chemical Guy's VRP is that you might need to use a bit more of the VRT, and you really have to work it in and distribute it well, because you can see a bit of what is left on the surface. Well, it doesn't penetrate the plastic as nicely as other products, especially not as nicely as the Chemical Guy's VRP. But basically, it is easy to work with. So let's take the Graphene VRT for the other side and shake it well again. Very, very good dispensing heads. This is a bit more fluid, as you can see. Now let's see if that makes a difference when distributing. It clogs much, much more. It gets a bit stuck when distributed here. The applicator doesn't glide over as nicely, but it absorbs cleaner and faster into the plastic. From that perspective, there is already a difference. I would say the products are not identical and do not behave exactly the same. Honestly, I find it difficult now. I would like a mixture. I would like the easy spreading on the surface of this one with the clean absorption into the vinyl of this one. It's probably not going to work out in terms of chemistry. All car care products come with compromises, but as you can see, we are basically done with the application. I will now remove the adhesive tapes, and we will already notice that a strong refreshing effect is present on both sides. But with the VRT graphene, it is explicitly stated, where do we have it? One should let it air out for a few hours to a day. This is also something I have noticed with such products, especially with tires. If I were to spray water on it now, you would only see a puddle. If you give the products a day or two, then the beading effect, if there is one, will indeed be visible. So we will see each other again tomorrow. Both products have now had the whole day to react. Now let's take a look at whether the color refreshment is still as good and strong as before and how the beading behavior looks. As you can see, both products are still equally strong. However, I still think we should look at this from different angles to see if it is confirmed. Yes, I almost believe you can see that. Wait, how does it look from here? I see very slight advantages in the darkening with Graphene VRT, although the regular VRT has also darkened very well and very strongly. I see a very, very slight difference. I believe that Graphene VRT is a bit duller than regular VRT. But this can change depending on the light incidence and the angle from which you look at it. But they are very, very similar, so there are not really any significant differences here yet. Then, of course, we will also look at the beading behavior. You can see on the reference surface that it is not neglected. There is also a slight beading behavior present, but a water puddle forms, then regular VRT. First, one must wash off such an emulsion, and then it is not the best beading behavior we have ever seen, but there is a noticeable difference compared to the untreated surface. From this, one can say that hydrophobicity is present. Yes, look, a very clear difference. The Graphene VRT is less hydrophobic. Let's see if there is a difference, as the untreated area looks almost drier. Look at how uneven the beads are and what is left behind here. So the hydrophobicity is not good with Graphene VRT. But now we know everything there is to know here. So we already had pairs of plastic care products compared, which were hardly distinguishable. Car Properl and Labocosmetica Hydra, for example, are almost identical. The Adams VRT and the Chemical Guys VRP are almost identical. Here, however, we have more noticeable differences. I still find that Graphene VRT darkens more and is a bit duller. However, we have seen that it is significantly less hydrophobic. I am curious to see how this develops over time. The car is now going into a long-term test for you, and as soon as there is something exciting to report, you will be the first to know. If the video was helpful, informative, exciting, and interesting for you, we would be very happy if you leave a thumbs up, support the channel with a free subscription, and tune in for the next video. Goodbye.